Hi, this is Dani Johnson. Day 3 here in Latvia, beautiful city of Riga. Take a look at that. Yes. It got light here about almost 8 o'clock this morning because it was a little bit overcast. It's been getting dark here around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Beautiful sunsets here, incredible clouds, but that's not why I'm talking to you today. December 3rd, 25 years ago. So as if you've been watching the videos that I've been doing daily since December 1st, I was a homeless woman. And so today, as I was praying for you and praying for the First Steps to Success training seminar that we're doing here, the very first time ever doing one in Latvia, live anyway, they have been showing the replays from the events that have been taking place in the States, but it's the first time that we are doing this event live right here in this hotel. We're at the Radisson Hotel. And so as I was praying for the event and praying for you and, of course, my family and myself, because I absolutely need it, I was asking God to give me a revelation, a remembrance of December 3rd. Where was I? And what was going through my head that day? Because now it was day 3 of being homeless. And what was brought to my mind was just all the crying I did that day 25 years ago. I mean, just think about it, friend. Here it is. I just, 6 months before, less than 6 months before, I meet and marry a guy that I knew for 7 days. And I'm thinking it's going to last forever. I'm thinking that this is like the dream come true, that it's just, wow, the fairy tale. And this man was just so out of my league. I mean, way out of my league. He was drop dead gorgeous. He was intelligent. He was educated. He had traveled around the world. He was 3 years older than I was. I mean, I really thought, wow, this was like, I made it. I married this incredible guy. And then, 30 days later, he's found in bed with his best friend's new wife. His best friend and wife have been married for 2 weeks. And so that was 30 days after he and I were married. And then, a few months later, around October, I get the phone call from him saying, "You're on your own, kid." And I'm like, what exactly does that mean? Anyway, here it was, the very end of November, right around Thanksgiving. It might have been right on Thanksgiving or the day after. I, find out that I have $2.03 to my name, and knowing that I'm facing, I can't pay rent, and that, wow, if that's what I have to my name, and I had bounced this check, which is how I found out that I had no money. And then I tried to give my credit card to pay for the check that was bounced, and every card was over the limit, overly maxed out. And so that's when I found out that, I'm probably going to be homeless here. So I cried a lot that day, December 3rd, 25 years ago today. I mean, a lot. And I remember just being so hopeless. Have you ever been in that place where you've just been so completely hopeless that you just see nothing but darkness? There's just no way that it's ever going to get better. Have you ever been in that place where, it's kind of in your belly? It's not only in your mind, but it's in your belly, and your heart feels like there's just a knife through it, and you're just begging for somebody to come along and relieve you of that knife that's in your heart. I remember reaching out to family just days before and saying, telling them what happened actually, and asking for help, and there was no help that was coming. And so I don't know if you are finding yourself in that place today, or if you've ever found yourself in that place, but what I can tell you now, 25 years later, is that was a temporary day. Being homeless was temporary. It was just temporary. Even though it felt like it was going to be forever, even though it felt like it was going to be forever, that people would not love me, that I would never find love in my life, and that I would never be able to trust anybody, and that my life would always be just a disastrous, toxic mess. From my childhood of being molested and abused and emotionally abused, mentally, verbally, oh my gosh, and physically by this giant man who I thought was my father and found out later that he wasn't. I cannot tell you how hopeless I was, and how it seemed like it was going to be this way forever. And I'm so happy to say that that was a lie. That was a lie in my head that said this was going to be this way forever. My life is always going to be horrifying. I will never be able to trust anybody. You see, those were lies. They were, let's say, a truth that I had experienced in those moments. And I built walls of lies because I believed this truth that was my truth. I believed that. And I created this belief system for myself that really put me in a prison. And it wasn't until I chose to believe something different about people that I chose to believe something very different about myself. It wasn't until I chose to forgive and to pick up my life and head in a completely different direction that my life changed. And that was, hello. Little did I know that, in 3.5 weeks from December 3rd, that I would be starting a business, and that in 4 days I'd be making $2,000 in profit from the trunk of my car in a payphone booth, that within 12 months of that day that I would be buying my first house. Never, come on. I mean, that moment that I'm thinking about taking my life again that day, and I'm crying my eyes out that nothing's ever going to get better. Friend, listen to me. Whatever you're feeling right now, it is only temporary. It's only temporary. And don't build truths that are lies, because you will find love. Little did I know that 3 months from that day, December 3rd, 25 years ago, 3 months later, that I would meet the man I've spent the last 24 years with, almost 25 years with. Little did I know that we would have 4 more children together, that would make it 5 kids that I have, and 7 grandkids, and company after company after company that we've started, and tens of millions of dollars that we've been able to make, and investments, and helping people who are much more poor than I thought I was when I was growing up. So to have that life, do you know what I mean? I promise you that what you're feeling right now is temporary. And I had a reporter ask me yesterday that, out of all the seasons of your life, what would you say has been the best? And I said, I'm in the best season of my life right now. And part of what's in that best season is where my kids are, where their lives are at, who they are becoming as adults, my grandchildren, watching them grow, having them close by me, business-wise, not making a dime from what I do, being able to not take a salary, not taking any profits, but giving 100% of those profits to the poor. Oh my gosh, that's like such a crazy, amazing relief. To be able to travel around and help people, where my marriage is today. Oh my gosh, my husband and I have been through just hellacious seasons in our marriage, having to learn how to be married, how to love each other through our pain, and love each other through our wounds, and love each other through our frailties and our weaknesses and our mistakes. I mean, this really is the best season of my life, and I'm so glad that you're a part of it. And I just want you to know that you can make it. That if we could get to where we're at today, then so can you. And the thing that's standing in the way, number 1, is that belief system says it's always going to be bad. Number 2 is a lack of skill. You can learn new skills to help yourself get to where you want to go. You can, I promise you. And persist and get those skills. And I promise you, I've seen it happen in hundreds of thousands of lives over the last 25 years that I've been doing this. So I know it's possible for you. So today is a day that no matter if it is a terrible one already, or if it's a good one, know this, that what lies ahead is far greater than where you sit right now. God bless you. I hope that you have an awesome day. By the way, share the video if it's helping you at all. Tomorrow we start First Step Success. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to get a video to you or not, but I'll do my best to be chiming in now and again to give you updates on what's happening here in Latvia. Beautiful place. God bless you. Hope you have an awesome day. Bye.